All right. See me okay? Good, I'm in frame. All right. Stefan, if you forget, you're on episode 7, because I know you're behind.
Audio Jungle.
All right. Now, I've been super excited, and I know I'm behind on like 2 episodes, but I really wanted to take a look at this engine real quick because something that I noticed, which is super cool, well, that I'm hoping is super cool. Actually, let me get my head cam on here. Is that, there we go. Is that it has this butte on it back here. So I'll just turn this whole thing around like this, so you guys can have a better look. There we go. So maybe I'll point the camera down just a little bit more. How's that? So, no, I don't really care about the clutch pad at all, or the pressure plate, I should say. Or the clutch disc behind it, to be honest, because cheating or not, those are just 2 things that I'm going to replace regardless, because doing all this work, I don't want to have to come back and pull this whole thing out because the clutch goes bad or something in the middle of a race. So you're down here, get the parts that you can that are accessible, obviously to a degree, because we are doing this particular race which limits funds and stuff. But that being said, what I really noticed that I'm curious about is these holes right here. I don't know if you can see them, but you definitely will be able to see them with my head cam that I got here. Get a little light on the subject. These aren't stock, which makes me want to believe that this flywheel's not stock. And doing a little bit of research, I think it might be the Mazda Speed flywheel, which I'll display right here. What it looks like versus this, and the price. So another goodie that we might have found. I don't know, it could be just another knockoff too. I mean, it works, I'm not doubting that, but looks like got a lot of oil right there. But lots to find on this mystery beast. I gotta say, it is kind of fun taking apart a car that you didn't build. You never know what you're gonna find. It's also kind of challenging too. Let's get behind this bad boy right here and see what's what. Oh, it's aluminum. Good on you. Good on you, Mazda. This light, man, top notch. I'm loving this thing. All right, so let's get this puppy off. Probably 10 millimeter or something, or 12. Go to my surgical table over here. That's a 13. Let's see, 12. What is going on? My RX-7 never had a single 13. Unless these are American sizes or something. But whatever, all right. This thing have air? All right, let's see what's what, huh? As it flies off, it hits me in the head. See which way am I moving my air hose? Put it right here. Come here. Actually, I should be more prepared than this. Let's grab what side did I put them all on? But I'm never prepared. Good thing I can edit everything. I don't even know if those are from here. I'll just use this thing. Is that all in shot too? Oh, awesome. All right. Take that one off. All right. lot of dust coming out. I like French fries. All right, let's get some real surgical tools out here. There we go. Come on, baby. Oh, look at that. We got a racing clutch in here too. So, for those of you that have never seen one before, I'll put my light on it too. Yeah, so this is definitely a 6-puck racing clutch. It looks like it has some good meat on there. Maybe I spoke too soon. I would be tempted to use it. You can notice there's no springs in it. So what happens is that when you drop this thing, it really grabs. There is no cushion. It's also going to have you stall out and look like a fool a lot too. The nice thing about these though is they are very light, so they spin very quickly. Clutches aren't actually abused that much in road race unless you don't know how to drive. It's not like you drop the clutch a lot. And the engagements, if you are a good driver, are pretty smooth. You're not slamming through the gears. You want to be gentle. It's all about car balance on the very limit. So I don't know. That's something to think about. I can take some measurements and see what the original size was and stuff like that. There's a part number on here, which is 48691PR6. So I bet Mazda Trick sells this if it's a legitimate part. They normally have a very good wide selection of clutches. I remember looking at their parts when I was a kid and making dreams of all the parts I wanted for my super slow 1988 non-turbo RX-7. But yeah, it's a cool find. Here's the pressure plate. I don't know what it is. I don't see any name brand. It's just painted red to look sporty, really. I don't know if... at least it's not one of those centrifuge ones. I'm not a real big fan of those. It has, you can really feel a lip right here. And that's definitely where these clutch pucks have really dug into this thing and worn it down. You can see right there where the lips stop and these things start. Let's see how bad the flywheel is. So, wow, yeah. There's a pretty deep groove. You can see the problem with those designs is you have to slip it so much. Wow, that's really some serious gouging actually. Maybe I could find something to replicate the sound. See, this is smooth, and you get the outer edge there. So I don't think we're gonna. Then again, it's not going to be a daily driven car, so this is going to be a straight race car. You're not going to want to drive it on the road. It's going to be noisy as all hell, and uncomfortable. So, yeah, but that's a good find. I don't know if this is the Mazda Speed 1. It looks like it. I'd have to pull it up on the web, but yeah. I used to have one from my 91 Turbo, and I can't remember if there's any markings or labelings on it at all, or what, but I don't see any. It might be on the back somewhere. But it does look like a nice piece. So that's a nice find, racing disc clutch, and if anything, we could always sell this for some money and get a stock one. Although I don't think the price difference is that much. These things maybe be like $230, and then a stock one I can probably get for $100. But if I'm selling this used, so and nobody's gonna know what kind of clutch disc you're running. So that's that. That's pretty interesting. I'm not gonna take off the flywheel yet, just because I'm gonna probably have to make a little brace or buy one so that this doesn't spin. Because I'm gonna need to take the front nut off. Sometimes you can get away with just impacting it. Sometimes you can't. So we'll see on that. I don't want to get super deep into this because I'm so far behind in the video editing. But I figured maybe we'd take off the exhaust manifold and get a good look at what the inside looks like with the apex seals and all that. And, yeah, it could be a big glimpse, because that's really what's holding us up. As soon as I find out how bad the engine is on the inside, will make us decide if we should even bother with this motor, or if we should try to get another one, or do some weird engine swap, or something crazy fun. So I don't know, a lot of ideas, and I'd love to hear your guys' ideas if you want to put them in the comments. The only thing is, I only really know rotaries. I mean, and that's not even saying much because I've only really rebuilt one. So, that being said, let's
Audio Jungle.